Hey guys, my name is Brett Haynes and today's lesson is on phonemic awareness activities. We're going to be looking at three today, and I'm going to demonstrate how to use them in a classroom. The first one we're going to look at is called phoneme identification, which is recognizing individual sounds in words. The second one we're going to look at is phoneme deletion, or the removing of a sound to make a new word. And the third one we're going to look at today is phoneme manipulation, changing or substituting a sound for another sound to create a new word. Each activity we're going to look at today is designed for a kindergarten through second grade, and it's fun, hands-on engagement activities for the students to work with. The first one we're going to look at is phoneme identification, or the game we're going to play. It's called Sound Detectives. In a classroom, I'm going to have a magnifying glass for the students, and what we're going to do is we're just going to look at a few picture cards and see if we can find out the letters they start with and go from there. So the first two words we're going to look at is dog and duck. So what sound do you hear at the beginning of the word dog? That's right, it's d, d. What about duck? Same sound, right? So those two letters, those two words start with the same letter, which is D, and they both make the same sound. We've got dog and duck. So those two match. So now let's look at two different words. We're going to look at sun and snake. Sun, what's the first sound you hear with the word sun? S, that's right. And then we'll go to snake. S, snake. So those two match. So why this is useful is it helps students listen for the initial phonemes, which help them build a foundation for decoding and spelling. For the assessment, I'll just observe who identifies the sounds independently and who needs support with identifying those initial sounds. So the next activity we're going to look at is called phoneme deletion. It's called what's missing. So students will identify new words when a sound is taken out of the first word. So now we're gonna look at that. So the first word we're going to look at is the word stop. So with the word stop, if we take out the S or delete the word S, it gives us the word top. So just by taking out that first letter, that first initial phoneme, we make a totally different word. That means a totally different thing. So we go from stop to top. All right, let's look at a different one here. So our first word we've got is plane. So what happens if we take out the first initial phoneme? Take out the P and delete it out. That gives us the word lane. Okay, so just by taking out that first sound, we get a completely different word in lane. So let's look at one more. The last one we're going to look at is smile. So if we take out the first sound that we hear in the word smile, we are left with mile. So we take out one word, one sound, and it gives us a completely different word. So we go from smile to mile. Okay, great job. And why that's useful is it strengthens the understanding and the word structure and how the sounds change the meaning of the word. For the assessment, I would note which students respond independently and ask them to create their own examples aloud, and we can show them to the class. So for the third activity we're going to look at today, it's called phoneme manipulation. which is changing the sound and changing the word. So we're going to play Change That Sound. So for the first part of the activity, we're going to start with a word. Okay, we're going to start with the word mat. Okay, start with the word mat. So what we're going to do is we're going to change that word by taking out one of the sounds. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out the M and add an S. So that gives us the word sat. Okay. Now we're going to take that, and again, we're going to take the word sat, but we're going to change one letter or one sound of that word to make a completely different word. So we're going to take out the S or the A and add an I, which gives us the word sit. Okay. So now we're going to take out one more. We're going to take the word sit and we're going to change the letter T, the sound T, and we're going to make the word sip. So we started with mat, we went to sat, we went to sit, and we went to sip. So just by changing the letters, we made 3 new words by changing one sound at a time. Okay? So that's with manipulating the phonemes. So that's useful for building advanced phonemic awareness, and it supports spelling and decoding. For the assessment, we'd observe students' ability to identify which sound changed and the new word forms. So for these activities, Sound Detective, What's Missing, and Change the Sound, they're all short, fun, interactive ways to help students strengthen their phonemic awareness. Each one builds listening, decoding, and early literacy skills, which can only benefit each student in their progression on their spelling and reading. Thank you.